All right, it's time to put my money where my mouth is. Is any of this stuff I've been talking about working? Let's find out. Spin it. Hey DMD family, welcome back to another Discs MD video. Sustained a pretty good concussion last Saturday, so I haven't been doing a lot of practicing. So really no improving my game video to do. You'll notice no hat because the way the hat is affecting me. But I realized the second video that I ever did was called Critiquing My Game. I'll link it up here if cards ever work for me. And if you know how to get cards to work in a video, message me please, because apparently I don't know how to do it. Or I'll link it in the description below. But anyway, that was my second video ever. And it sort of set a benchmark for how I played. I did putting, I did throwing distances, and then accuracy. And I said that I was going to do that to see how I was progressing, but I haven't done it since February. So I figured now is a good time to do it, to see if anything that I'm talking about or anything that I'm doing is making any difference. So sort of prove to myself and to prove to you that I kind of know what I'm doing, I'm going to recreate that video, and let's see if I've gotten any better since February. So got my mini, got my basket, got my stack of putters back there. So let's start with putting. Let's get to it. All right, I'm starting at 15 foot. I'm going to do commentary in between rounds, but fast forward through the actual rounds themselves. You have 5 discs instead of the full 10, just because my chains move and I don't want gaps to appear. So it'll take more time, but it'll be more consistent, I think, if I do 5 at a time. Here we go. You'll notice I'm walking away from my lie and back up to my lie every time, more simulate, gameplay experience. I'm going to keep track with how many rounds I've done by these discs on the ground. So 1 down, here we go. A little bit of a headwind picking up, but if I use Paul's wind putting tutorial well enough from the Power Disc Golf Academy, this shouldn't be a problem, right, Paul? Pole's exposed here, so I'm going to slide these chains back. 3 down, on to 4. All right, you saw that one tilted up and it kicked that one out. I mean, if that disc wouldn't have been there, that one probably would have stuck, but I won't count it. That's fine. All right, that's 24 out of 25 from 15 foot on to 18 foot. All right, I stopped video in the middle just to get reset up. And then reset at 18 feet here. Second verse, same as the first. Let's go. I don't know. I would kind of advise doing this to everybody, videoing it and putting it up for people to see. This is pressure. Round 1 done, on to round 2. All right, you wouldn't think the 3 feet would make much of a difference, but with the headwind and the pressure of doing this on video, 3 feet is like a mile. On to round 3. All right, I'm going to pause it because I have parenting duties. All right, back to regularly scheduled programming. What is that? Round 3 down, round 4 to go. I thought that one was going to trampoline the other one out, but clean round. 1 more to go from 18 feet. right, there you go. 23 of 25. I forgot to reset the chain, so the pole was exposed, so it hit the pole and bounced out. But you know what? You're going to have that stuff on the course too, so that's all right. Moving on to 21 feet. Going to stop and restart the video. You'll see a cut here. All right, 21 feet. Let's go. I mean, more than making, it's the confidence that I'm feeling right now that's different from the February video. On to round 2. Pretty solid round, hitting where I want, but that last one was a little high. Round 3. Notice what I did there? I said that last one was a little high, and where was the first one? Low. On to round 4. Wow, that was a bad round. I think that's 3 misses now. On to last round. All right, last round. Let's see if we can get it clean. All right, well, that's it. 25 of 25 from, oh, not 25 of 25, but 25 putts from each 15, 18, and 21. I'm going to go back and review my last video. I'll be back in a second, and we'll do the comparison. All right, review the tape, and I'll put my past results over here and my current results over here, and you'll see that I did improve. Only had 1 miss each in the first 2 rounds and then 3 miss in the last round. I mean, the numbers aren't like shockingly good just because my numbers from before weren't bad. But like I said before, it's more the confidence that I feel when I step up to the putt that I'm going to make it. This one today was much more confident. And I mean, the numbers show it. Being 100% from, 15 and 18 foot is somewhere I want to be. But over the course of 25 putts, I may be a long way from that. But anyway, there you have it. I am getting better in my putting. Let's move on to throwing for distance. All right, here we are at the rec. Have my spot marked out so I can measure. Have my rangefinder in my bag. So we're going to do the same thing as we did before. Sorry, Lone Star, I wasn't sponsored, or I wasn't on the Ranger team when I did this last time. So not Lone Star disc because I want a fair comparison. But next time we'll do Lone Star discs. 2 buzzes, a Mako 3, a Hex, and an Echo. So let's just get to it. This is cold. I haven't warmed up at all. All right, let's go find the distances. I'll be right back. Apologies, I had some mic issues here, but I'm just comparing my old distances with my mids with my new distances with my mids. So you can take a look at the comparison between the two, but we'll do a bigger analysis of it when I get back to the house a little later on in the video. Again, microphone issues persist, but the basis of this is telling you that I'm throwing 2 relays, 2 craves, and a drift. So let's get to the fairway drivers. All right, sorry if my mic died in the last portion. I wasn't checking it. So we'll do this last section without a mic. Fairway drivers, I'll put my old one up over here, new one's up over here. You see clearly the new distance is farther than the old distance. And I just want to point out that I'm not trying to throw as hard in this video as I did in the February video. So more distance, less effort. I'll do an overall analysis back home when I can crunch the numbers. But on to my distance drivers, and you know my thought about distant 9 speeds. I did 9 speeds in my February video just because that's probably what I should be throwing, and honestly, probably what I should be throwing now with a few exceptions. But I'll do 9 speeds again as distance drivers, even though I consider them fairway drivers. But anyway, we'll let that battle go on in the comments below. We have a Falk, a Valkyrie, a Streamline Lift, and then 2 Undertakers, my Big Z Undertaker and my ESP Undertaker. So let's get to it. All right, all fairly consistent in location, so let's go see how far. All right, so there you have it. I'll put my old scores up over here and my new scores up over here. I'm pretty excited about this round, actually. The last 4 that I threw were within 30 feet of each other, lined up almost on a straight line from where I was throwing. So my lift was 343, my Undertaker, my ESP Undertaker was at 350, my Falk was at like 358, and my Valkyrie was at 374, and they were all in a straight line going away from me. So my my Big Z Undertaker was the outlier. It was a little bit to the right, but I was pretty excited about these, and the numbers. I'm pretty excited about this. Really excited. I'm really excited to get back and to see the exact differences between them, because I don't know right now, but I'll find out when we get back to the house. So let's go. All right, here we are back at my office, and I have the numbers in front of me, and this is kind of exciting for me. What I did last time was I threw 5 throws, and then I cut the longest and the shortest and averaged the middle 3, so that's what I'm going to do again on this video. So here are my distances from February, and here are my distances from today. I have an average increase for my mid-ranges of 41 feet, an average increase for my fairway drivers of 51 feet, and an average increase for my distance drivers of 90 feet. So pretty good increases all around. And I just want to reiterate again that I was throwing with less than 100% effort this time. And in February, I was for certain throwing 100%. So more distance with not 100% effort. To me, this feels good. But here's the exciting part for me. If we look at the disparity between the levels of disc, my mid-range fairway drivers and distance drivers, in February, there was only a 9-foot distance, average distance increase from my mids to my distance drivers. And the disparity between my fairway drivers and distance drivers was non-existent. They were almost identical. But look at today. There's now a 50-foot difference between my mids and my distance drivers. And I know for a lot of you out there, that's like 50 feet. So what? To me, that's a big deal. To me, that tells me that I'm starting to be able to throw higher speed discs more effectively. And the distance difference between my fairway drivers and my distance drivers is now 40 feet instead of them being the same. So to me, I'm much more capable of throwing a higher speed disc and getting effectiveness out of it. And if you look at my longest mid-range throw and my longest distance driver throw in February, The difference between those two was only 38 feet, and now it's over 60 feet. I'm very happy with my progress and looking forward to what the next year is going to bring. So let's get back out to the field with future me and get to the last skill analysis, which is accuracy. All right, here we are back at the rec. Miracle of modern science. Did I ever leave? Yes, I actually left. I had to go home and do some stuff at the house, vacuum, mow, you know, honeydew stuff that normal people have to do. And then I came back because I want to finish this out. So here you see, and I'll show you, you'll see the cones there. That's a 30-foot circle around the bag, and my original video I shot at 200 feet. So way back there is my tripod and my starting spot. So I'm gonna throw I'm gonna throw one round of warm-ups because that's what I did last time, and then we'll get to it. I'll see you back, you know, way over there. All right, we're all set up. I got my mic back working. I charged it up while I was at home doing my honeydew list. So I have a marker disc here. This is where I'm throwing from. I'm using 5 putters, 4 Nomads and an Envy, and then 4 Nomads. So I'm gonna throw 5, and then go get them and throw 5 again. That's what I did last time, so I just want to keep it consistent. And the bag is right down there. So let's get to it, eh? Let me do that properly. Let's get to it, eh? Movie quote. Actually, movie voice. Anyway, here we go. All right, let's go get them and throw them again. All right, well, that's round 1. You can see by the counter up there how we're doing. And word to the wise, if you get the microphone too far away from the receiver, the mic goes off. Who knew? All right, let's go to round 2. All right, well, let's go up there and see how we did together. All right, let's talk and walk at the same time. Admittedly, this is the weakest part of my game, I think, and one that I don't admittedly focus enough time on practicing. So, but I figure with all that I've played, all the courses that I've played, all the rounds, all the tournaments, the practice that I have done, I can't help but get better at it, right? But I just wanted to bring you guys along just to look to see how this last round was. You can see how many I got in by the counter up there, but let's see where they are. Let's turn this thing. All right, so there's one. The first round, the only 2 that missed were about this far out of circle, you know, about 3 feet maybe. So 1 there, 3 in, and then 1 I really shanked right over here. But if I didn't say it properly last time, let me turn this back around. This is a 15-foot radius, which means 30-foot diameter. So all of these 3 discs are within 15 feet. The one over there is probably within 18 feet. So my automatic range. So you can see that I did 3 of 10 the first time around, and I've done 6 of 10, if I could talk, this time around. So much improved, but room to grow, right? I have, that's 60%, not a great percentage by any means. I'm hoping to get 10 of 10, and then 20 of 20, and then 30 of 30. I only want to get better at this game, so keep practicing, keep improving. But I'm getting better. Let's go back to the house and wrap this whole thing up. All right, let's finish things up here back in my office. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this showed you that what I'm doing is actually working. And I would encourage you to do something like this, right? Set your benchmarks, get some numbers, and then periodically, even if it is once a year, reevaluate yourself and see your progression. To me, that's encouraging, and it keeps me pushing forward. Sometimes we can get in ruts and we can feel like nothing's going right and we're not getting better when we actually are. And I know these things aren't definitive in, oh yeah, you're a much better disc golfer now that you can, you know, throw farther or have bigger disparity between your mids and distance drivers. There's a lot of things that we can point to that show us that we're improving at disc golf. You know, like what I'm doing with playing for par, seeing how we get better at scoring at a specific course, or how we do in tournaments. But this is a way for us to measure improvement, and I enjoy it. And it was I was worried about today, quite honestly, because no matter what the results said, I was going to air this. But I'm glad it ended up the way it did, and this has been a lot of work for this, and thanks to the Disc Golf Academy for fueling me and my ambition to play disc golf and starting me on the path with the videos. And then big shout out to my coach and my mentor and my friend Josh from Overthrow for all he's done to me in the all he's done for me in the past 3 or more months in coaching me. But I look forward to what the next year brings, and hopefully we can do this again next year and see even more improvement. But until next time, enjoy the journey. Here's your verse of the day.